Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 59. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Very, very, very special guest in the building for episode 59. Welcome home, Rock. Introduce yourself to the audience.
Appreciate it, man. My name is KenRoc. I'm from North Philadelphia. Life Coach Rock. I'm on Instagram at I am_Coach Rock ROC. For the last 15 years, I've been locked up in federal prison. I've been home now, going on a month. I'm out here, while I was in prison, I grew mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So when I'm coming home now with a goal to, to spread this information and to spread this inspiration, hopefully, to the youth and to the, people in the community, and just, walk down a whole nother path, as well as give an understanding on the mentality and the reality of people that's in prison. So,
all right, copy that. Rock touched it on it a little bit. We're going to get into it after we hit the rundown. Got to say this first. I know this episode ain't going to come out till a couple weeks after this happened, but my uncle just passed today, so RP Unc, RP Shakri. He ain't make it. He couldn't make it to Ramadan, but I'm saying alhamdulillah he gets Jannah. Now let's hit the rundown. E-Block Radio Network every Monday on the E-Block Radio Network. That is 2 p.m. Tuesdays, the GFT Radio Network, 2 p.m. Wednesdays, we now got a Wednesday situation. I will let y'all know when I make the announcement official, but we have something for Wednesday. Shout out to Cleveland. Thursdays, we have WTNUphilly.com every 12:30 on Thursdays. Fridays, the I Say Podcast Radio Network, 10 a.m. on the I Say Podcast Radio Network, and the THC Media on Saturdays at 10 a.m. All right, run down the joints. Custom Hustle Clothes. Custom Hustle Co is on Twitter. It's Custom Hustle World on Instagram. That's the clothing line. You get your sweatsuits, you get your shirts, you get your hoodies, your jackets, t-shirts, however you need it. Jerseys too. And H2H Cleaning. H2H Cleaning is my cleaning company. You follow that at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. It's a tri-state area situation. All right, let's go, Rock. Both sides of the wall is this week's topic. This is kind of self-explanatory. The noise in the background that you hear is because this is how real it is. Rock just touched down, and we're going to explain to y'all how both sides of this shit work. I really wanted to get a woman on here to do this episode with, but that's what how the podcast drive through, how we work this situation out. We will get one on for the next time to talk about how they view this whole situation. So, Rock, this is what I need you to break down for us initially. The first year on your side of the wall, how is that for you to adjust and adapt on your end of the wall, and then I'll give it to you on this end of the wall.
All right, we're going into prison. I was 24 years old when I went to prison. You know what I mean? I got served 20 years. So mentally, you know what I mean, to be 24 years old with a 20-year sentence, it's like, really like kind of like you really can't see it. 2022 was so far gone that it's not even a possible date to even look forward to then. So mentally, it's just like the depression sort of state. Like anybody you're involved in, it's like a pity party. You're looking for a pity party. You're looking for people to cope with you and fight the battle with you. To put into a retrospect, my nephew, my sister just hit me yesterday. My nephew go to trial. He start trial tomorrow for homicide. So she telling him that he want her to read the discovery. But I got to let him know that your mom not going to read the discovery. You feel what I'm saying? He looking for somebody to be in the fight with him because he need that with him emotionally to feel like he got a squad with him. He got somebody with him. A support system to go with him because right now he's feeling down about himself. That's how I felt. So when good situations came to me, I kind of ran those situations away with, I don't want to say negative, but with guilt, with grief, with bad emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like
you had pain that you couldn't express the fact that it was pain on you because you just wasn't mentally there yet. Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't know how to express the feelings that I was feeling, so it just came out of nowhere. It was an emotional need that I was seeking, but I did not know how to seek it. So a lot of times when dudes get locked up and they're in that first year, especially if they got ticked, they still going through that. So they looking for that reinsurance. They looking for that affirmation. So they looking for those visits. They looking for that phone call. They looking for those pictures because they want somebody, they want to know and turn. It ain't about the physical pictures. It's about getting your name called. You know what I mean? At the mail line. Thompson, you got mail. Oh, you want to feel like They love me out there. I'm still somebody. And when you don't get that, you feel the complete opposite of that. You understand what I'm saying?
All right. So now let me give it to you from the other end. Year
Yeah.
one. See, for me, give you a little bit of the rundown for me, for the listening audience. For me, I'm that I'm the guy who 14 of my homies is in jail. And I'm sitting at the table with 14 envelopes and 140 pictures going. These two is in the same jail, so don't send them the same pictures. He gonna get these joints different than he gonna get them. He's gonna sell his pictures, so let's send him the bet. I'm that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is why I asked you to get an audience to view from your end of the first year. Because for the first year, it's all love and everybody's willing to pitch in that first year when they know, damn, the Rock just got a dub. That first year, everybody's still keeping your name alive.
Yeah.
And you get that kind of energy as far as, yo, we gotta send cuz some money or whatever, everybody's still with it. Now we go to year 5 and year 10, and what are you getting on the other side? Or even before we even get to there, did you still feel like you were still getting your love and your name was still out there that first year? Because I feel like on my end, when I reach out to everybody in the squad and say, yo, look, cuz needs this, that, or whatever, that year one, everybody's still with it.
Yeah. I feel like, see, me personally, I was in a blessed situation. I had like a knit. I got a good family. I got a good knit of real ones. You know what I mean? That never wavered. The entire 15 years I was in prison. So I didn't feel. I never felt like nobody cared. I felt like a lot of my first year was the regrets of me on things that I did, like leaving my sons out there. I had 3 sons. My oldest son was 5 at the time. My middle son was a month years old. My youngest son wasn't even born yet. So a lot of the things that I dealt with emotionally was me. Like, dang, I left my kids out there. You know what I mean? And then growing, being young. So I didn't never feel unloved. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I always felt like I had no love to give back. I had no route to reciprocate that love, which made me feel bad. If a female was doing something for me, damn, how do I show her that I appreciate it? My homie doing things for me, damn, how do I show him that I appreciate it? Because I don't have an income. And then at the time, you thinking that everything, the only way you can reciprocate love is through financial things. So you don't have that. You know what I mean? A letter, you be like, all right, I write him a letter, but what do that matter? Send him an email, what do that matter? Give him a phone call, what do that matter? But these is the only ways that I can reciprocate it. So now that I'm not able to, I more so don't even want to ask for nothing. You know what I mean? I'd rather go to the kitchen and work
All
because
right, so I got a homie. Like I said, I've
yeah,
been there, 14 homies in
yeah,
jail. And you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? My one homie, he gets booked, he ain't calling ever.
no,
You gonna find out bro went to jail. You gonna find out when he came home. Like that year
yeah,
it snowed 20 something inches a couple times. Bro walked home in the snow. Because
yeah,
they told him you can get out today, you get out tomorrow. He said, fuck it. But
yeah,
yeah, like I got that homie who he ain't calling for nothing.
yeah,
And the problem in that situation, this is why I wanted to do both sides of the wall. The problem with that situation is we don't know what's going on with you now.
yeah,
Understanding you got your own process to go through and all of that. Because even if you take it to like, if you worry too much about your girl, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Somebody tell you, yo, I seen her down such and such. It could have been a kosher situation and nothing going on, but all you gonna do is
yeah,
think about it. All you got time to do is think about it. Your
yeah,
son scrape his knee. Yeah, you know, you got your man that you could sit down there, but it ain't the same thing as you being down. Because
yeah,
I've been in that situation where it's I just need you to take care of my son. I need you to check in
yeah,
on my mom. I need you to check in on my girl. My man left some money and told me get this to my baby mom, and when it run out, it run out. But this, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
ration it out to give this to my kids.
yeah,
So like when y'all don't reach out from that side, it then leaves us with the same thing that you got. All it is time for us to think about, well, what the hell is going on? Because I've also had this situation where my man got 20 to 40 when he was 17. He got 20 to
yeah,
40. He told us they go to war with the COs. He's sitting on the toilet in the hole eating toilet paper for 2 weeks because they wouldn't
yeah,
feed him. They got him a hunger strike. We don't know that though on this end of the wall if you bottle that all up and try to deal with it on your own. The thing that nobody realizes on the other side of the wall is we're going through something too. It's not the same
yeah,
situation that you're going through, But if we really love you and we taking that ride, like you said, I got 15 years and my man take the whole twist. I got 20 years, my man take the whole drink. We going through something, not the same. We're not gonna try to even make them two situations the same. But we
Yeah,
got something that we dealing with as well.
yeah, I understand that perfectly. You know what I mean? From the outside. But in there, it's like, you know how your life go on out here. Like your life go on. You get married, you got kids, you meet new guys, you meet new friends. And there you start to rely on the dudes that you meet in there. The closest dudes I got to my heart now are dudes that I met in there. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I got homies that, but for the last 15 years, we don't really know each other. We just hold on to what we had. And if the core of that relationship was all good, the foundation of that relationship was good, then it's still there. If the foundation of that relationship wasn't on nothing that I'm on now, then it's already done. But the core relationship that I got with dudes in prison is all good. It's Dean, it's kids, it's things that it's, you know what I mean, mental strength. So
It's the
a lot of
growth,
those,
yeah.
yeah, it's growth. So a lot of those times, like when your man, like it's sometimes it's just safer and better to shut the shutter and just do your time, because you're gonna do your time with dudes doing their time. Like, even though, like, fans say you got married, you did, right? You got married, right? Well, who did you? Somebody got married.
Yeah. I got
Yeah, you
married.
got married. You sent your brother the pictures. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want to see those pictures booked, but I'm not gonna be 100% happy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna be happy for you, but it's gonna be a missing piece. Like, damn, I wasn't even out there to see my man get married. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the pictures when my son graduate. Damn, my son graduate. I'm high, more high. I'm more like an 80% high, because 20% is, damn, I wasn't even out there to see my son get, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
graduate. And then it get to the point where you start to understand, like, damn, all right, I wasn't out there to see my dad graduate and see my son graduate, but my son wasn't out there to have his dad see him graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So you start to understand, like, not what you missing, but what he missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See,
So
now that you threw in there, that's the thing
yeah,
that happens with the growth, is also understanding that life do still go on for everybody else outside, and it is not just stuck in a situation like you talking about a
yeah.
friendship. You and your man who we was ripping and running, you said you was 22 when you fell? You was
24. I was
24.
24,
20,
just turning 24.
all right, so you turned 24 when you fall, which means y'all young, dumb, and reckless.
Yeah,
So any conversation that you have with him reminiscing on, remember when this, that what happened, we talking about when we was young, dumb, and reckless.
yeah,
And so in his mind, he's always has you as the 24-year-old. In
yeah,
your mind, you kind of still stuck at 24 with him in the conversation, even though you could be growing from that. But
yeah,
even this situation is like, how do you even articulate and tell him that, like, yo, like I ain't really even on that type time, like,
yeah,
because you know what I'm saying, that's what ended me up here.
yeah. I think, like, cause these dudes grow out here too. Like, I'm running across dudes that, I did young dumb, but grew too out
Mm-hmm.
here. It's just they took a different route to grow, responsibilities, family, kids, stuff like that. The route that was different from mine. But it's different. Like, I noticed, like, when me and my youngin, can't even call him my youngin no more because he's a grown man. You feel what I'm saying? But but when I used to talk to him from the phone, he was growing up, so it was like a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in jail, you talking jail talk, or you know what I mean? I'm still talking to him like he's younger. But now, since I've been home and we've been talking, sometimes we talk and don't even want to get off the phone. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because we talking as grown men. You know what I'm saying? I might got some information on something he trying to do. He got information on thing I'm trying to do. So I think when you reconnect out here, it's more prevalent or more solid than when you reconnect on them jail phones, because the
Something,
physical and it's just different.
something you just touched on. I got a
Yeah,
cousin. My cousin gets booked when I'm 7. He come
yeah,
home for a year when I'm 17. He
yeah,
go right. He go right back up top. Now he come home. I'm 34. So me and him
yeah,
having a conversation a little bit before he come home, and he telling me something, and I'm like, "Cuz I don't know if you recognize this, but I'm a grown man. Like
yeah,
I got kids, I got a wife, like I got a lot going on. Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, I'm not looking for you to. I'm telling you this because I know this and I've been through this, and like you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to give you a little game or you coming home this time, and it's like, look, you can't go right back to the dumb shit that you was doing before that ended you up right back in the
Yeah,
situation. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
trying to get him to, like you say, he didn't see any of the growth. He sees it through pictures and hear it through phone calls, but it ain't the same thing as physically being there. So
yeah,
like trying to get him to understand that, and he's like, all right, like, yeah, you right, type thing. Cause like I said, he's in jail. I was 7 when he first gets locked up.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but
I understand that perfectly. I go through that, like, not the picture on that level, but my son, he's 5. He's 20. You feel what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? So for a long time, I looked at him as a 5-year-old boy. A long
mm-hmm,
time. But now when I come out now, he driving, he whipping in school. You know what I'm saying? He's 20 years old. He was the age I was when I was getting locked up. You feel what I'm saying? So I
mm-hmm.
got to respect that too. But that takes growth on our side, inside of the wall. Because don't get it confused. Everybody's not growing inside of the wall. A
Not
lot
at
of
all.
people are still staying 20 inside of the wall. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're not putting
Mm-hmm.
themselves in the mental conversations. They're not surrounding themselves with people that's going to force them to grow. A lot of the conversations in jail is bull crap. You know what I mean? So dudes, everybody's not growing in prison. So when dudes come home and do the same thing, it's like, you know what I mean? Muhammad Ali got a quote where he say, show me a man who look at life from the same age at 20, then he look at it the same age as 50. And I'm going to show you a man who wasted 30 years of his life. A lot of dudes is wasting 10, 20, 30 years of their lives. And not just in there, but out here as well. You know what I'm saying?
Copy that. It's one of them things I always say. Some people mature and
Yeah.
some people have birthdays.
Yeah.
Because March 15th is going to come every year. It doesn't mean that you got any more mature. It just means March
Yeah.
15th can, or whatever your birthday is.
Exactly.
Now this is something, since you touched on this is something that I want to hit on too. What causes somebody on the other side not to grow? What you
Um,
got? Let's say somebody who does somebody, he 18 and gets dime. So he gonna come home and
yeah,
still be young. He gonna come home and be 28, 29. What
yeah.
causes him
Like,
to waste that 10 years and not do anything to grow his situation?
all right, this my perception on it. And like my perception on it, and it is this basically on like dudes that come from the areas that we come from. You know, they black dudes come from the areas that we come from. My perception on that is dudes still when we grow up with division. You know what I mean? We grow up with the real nigga vision, right? And a real nigga do certain things. He don't do certain things, and he do certain things, and certain things fit into that criteria. So for a long time, we grew up with the drive, ambition, and the desire to become him. And going to prison is a part of that. But doing the things that to help you grow is not so in tune with that perception of who you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
To pick up a book and read it is not in tune with the perception of being I'm dying with the flag. I'm doing, you know what I mean? It's not a part of that. So it takes hard work to grow. It takes criticism to grow. You know what I mean? It takes the it takes the homies on the yard to say, oh, you on some nut time, you've been at the library all day. Or why you hanging around dude? You might be hanging around a dude that's not from your hood. In the feds, everything is so geographical. If I'm hanging around a dude from Michigan for a week, the homies from the city gonna be like, oh man, you don't need to mess with us no more. You hang around the Michigan dudes. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So you gotta be
You
able
just
to
gave me a
take that
topic.
criticism. Yeah, you gotta be able to take that criticism to grow. Because with growth comes criticism. And people have a fear of being criticized. So you got to be able to overcome the fear. We call it the fear of change. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be
So
willing
this
to
is
take
what
that
I'm
on.
getting. This is what I'm getting from that. That's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
That sounds like to me. It's like somebody might be scared to grow.
Yeah.
Somebody might not ever want to be like, some dude might have the 2-3 hottest songs you ever heard, but he don't really want to do nothing to promote these songs or put that out there, or whatever that situation could be. It could be music, it could be whatever type of business that you in. You might be the
Yeah.
most caring, generous woman in the world, but you are too scared to really open that daycare or try to turn that
Exactly.
vision into something. So that's what that sounds like to me, because this is what I always think. For me, again, both sides of the wall. The way that I always look at that is bad old heads
Yeah.
is not being given the tools to succeed. Like you said, we all grow up with the same perception of this is what a real nigga is, and
Yeah.
it takes till you get to a real nigga who tells you, no, this is what it really is. This is what you need to
Yeah.
be doing. This goofy shit that you're talking about is not going to get
Yeah.
you nowhere but back here.
Exactly.
Uh, So this is one more thing that I wanted to touch on too before we switch him up. Was something that you brought up, the pictures. To me, like I said, the reason why the pictures were so easy for me to do was because at that time, pictures was $3 to send.
Yeah.
So if me and anybody was anything, if I knew this dude for a couple of years and him, like
Yeah.
we had any kind of relationship, he was worth $3. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you, like I said, my man, like you talking about the wedding pictures, I sent two of my brothers was booked together. I sent them both 4 envelopes of pictures. So that's 40 joints now. I know for the next month, they're gonna look at these pictures and they're gonna go, damn,
Every
such and
day.
such is here. And that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know how important and how I know how the difference they gonna sound on the phone when they look at the pictures and they see, damn, the kids got this big and damn, what's up with your mom? And like all of that. I know how
Yeah.
important it sounds on the phone. How important is that though for somebody to just, like I said, 10 pictures change the nigga whole week?
Oh no, it's very important. It's very important, man. I mean, you physically trapped inside of an institution, right? At one point I was at McKean, I was in the same cell for 5 years, right? Not just on the same block or at the same jail. I had the same cell, bathroom, size of a bathroom for 5 years. This was my spot. So in order to escape, you got to visually and mentally escape. And the pictures that do that for you. You feel what I'm saying? The pictures that give you an opportunity to just go somewhere. You're gonna have dreams about those pictures and everything. So it's just not the picture. It's like it's the transformation that it allow you to have, the energy that it provides. You know what I mean? It's when your brother got those pictures, they went there, they went to the wedding. Don't be trip about that. They heard the
Oh
music
yeah,
and everything.
he
You feel
told
what
me,
I'm
he said,
saying?
bro, I feel like I was
I,
there.
I feel like I was there. There's no cap. Like to the level where he felt like he was there. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he was there. He heard the music, he danced, he looked at the picture like, oh, that's Shorty. Oh, the chick in the picture, like he probably already pulled up on, like if I was there, I'd have pulled up on Shorty. Showed him to your man. Oh, she nice. Oh, look at the Philly Jones. Yeah, all that. It's very, very, very important because it's your only escape. Everything when you do when you get on the gram and you stroll, man, that's what they do with them pictures. They scrolling. Your man got some pictures. He got 40 pictures. You got 40 pictures. Y'all be in the yard for 3-4 hours on pictures. I might ask to hold your Jones, not to do nothing crazy with them, just to look at them and go somewhere. You got to leave prison. So pictures is very, very, very important. And don't never, if anybody sent you somebody pictures in prison, you're going to always remember it. It's more valuable. Them $3 pictures more valuable than $100 on the books. It's reality. I'd rather get some pictures than a bag of commissary.
This is one more before we switch it up. When you get the family member or the friend or the girl or the person who gets burnt out with the situation, like, damn, you got a dub. I've been rocking for 12 years. I've been rocking for 17 years and I just can't do it no more. Now, personally, I can't relate to that because
Yeah.
I ain't that type of friend or brother. If I
Yeah.
tell you I got you, then that's the best thing you could ever hear. First conversation
Yeah.
me and you had. Shout out to Bugsy because I forgot to do that. Shout out to
Yeah.
Bugsy for
Yeah. Yeah.
connecting us.
But yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Bugsy first told me, yo, look, it's my man, y'all gotta get with him, and we would get you calling up on the OLF from the
Yeah.
federal
The
phone.
fact. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we would all be sitting there going, like, this nigga is saying some shit. And it would
Yeah.
be like, when you watch the YouTube back, it would be like, this shit is bad because we just all sitting here, but you saying some shit that was some good shit.
Yeah.
My bad. I kind of fucked. Individual though, like I said, for the person who gets burnt out, because I know somebody listening to this is gonna say, like you said, you do a 20-year stretch and eventually they get burnt out. Most people do. Not everybody, but most people do. On your side, when that individual gets burnt out, how do you look at that? Like, this girl been riding for 17 years. My mom been holding me down for 18 years. My son, my nephew, whoever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. See, on my side, me personally, I was able to endure that, right? So, but a lot of people can't. So a lot of times I used to have to tell people, but this was my scenario on how I'm able to do it. I got a 20-year sentence. I got 240 months. If I did not have to do that 240 months every day, I wouldn't, right? She ain't got to do 240 months every day. So why would she? You know what I'm saying? So I used to have to tell people that, like, listen, it's impossible for them to do it. So some people do it, but at the end of the day, you just got to take it and do your time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody not going to do it. My sons did it, but my sons was in a situation where they pretty much had to do it. They dad was in prison that they loved. So it was a part, prison is a part of their lives, but a female, no, a female's going to come and go in prison. It's just the reality. I mean, the majority of females going to come and go in prison. And that's cool. If you got that mindset, that's cool. But what it do at the same token, and I don't mean to be long-winded, but I'm understanding it now, it does something to you emotionally because it's too easy to cut relationships off for a person like me. You know what I mean? You with me?
Yeah, I'm no.
You locked in?
This is what I just said. When we would get you on OLF, it would be like, one, you only got a certain amount of time because we was on the phone, on the federal phone. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, Rock, we gotta let Rock go if you need to go. But damn, Rock is saying some shit. And now we all just end up sitting there going, damn. I told you.
Froze.
Nah, bro, I'm typing in all of that. I'm getting my conversations are currency for me. These things turn into topics, bro. So go ahead, we good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I could become emotionally like
emotionally scarred,
unstable. Yeah, emotionally scarred. Cause I could cut a like I could love a female, like love them. Like, damn, man, I love shorty, but I could cut her off like this because I'm in the habit of doing it. It's subconsciously, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't value her or care for her or anything, but I can move on to the next thing because I have so many people move on to the next thing on me that it's not, and I don't feel no type of way. If you move on to the next thing on me, then it's like, dang, it's love. I still see you as love, smile, woo. But I'm able to do it too. And you might not be able to take it the same way that I'm able to take it because you haven't been groomed and trained to take it like that. But I mean, I got hurt in prison too, though. You know what I mean? You're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But you learn from it. But I'm trying to get over that now out here emotionally. Like, I'm trying to get back to being emotionally and socially free. And that's
now. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a trial within itself. I was just going, you know what I mean?
All right. So this is what I was about to ask you then. So how do you deal with that? How do you build a relationship? And one is the most important part about that is acknowledging and recognizing that that's the situation. Some people have had a situation be like that and never be admitting it. The hardest thing for you to do is keep it real with yourself for most people. So most niggas would be like, they don't even recognize that that's what they're doing because all their relationships have been for 3 years she was rocking and then she just wasn't. Or then I found out she talked to this one or that one, or, you know, however those situations go. And how do you break yourself out of that, or are you still trying to figure that one out?
Yeah, figuring it out. You know what I mean? But like everything socially right now, I'm figuring out. Like, I mean, when I say everything, I mean, you can't think. I ain't gonna say you can't. It's my thought that it's impossible for you to think of anything that you do socially on a day-to-day basis that I'm not in the mix of figuring out. Right? From something as simple as going to the bathroom and pushing the button to it flushing, I'm figuring it out. You feel what I'm saying? Something that you can't throw toilet paper in the bathroom out here, I'm figuring it out. Like, simple things. Hopping on the bus, pulling money, counting money. I told somebody yesterday, like, damn, I noticing that I'm not even counting my money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I got $60, I might spend it till I get $5. Like, damn, I ain't even counting my money. Why? Because I'm not used to counting money. You know what I'm saying? I might got something in my pocket, don't even know what I got. It could be $17. I don't even know I got $17. I just know I had a 20 yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's real like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't used to counting money. You know what I mean? So it's simple things that is there, but I'm acknowledging it's like, all right, this is my task. So that's what I'm on now, getting socially acclimated with life on this side. You know what I mean?
On the other side of the wall. Copy that.
Yeah, on the other side of the wall. Yeah.
So now this is the part of the show where we switch it up and go in a little bit into you and what you got going on. This is an interview that you did with Philly Fame that I listened to. Shout out to Philly Fame. You know, Philly support Philly situations. You said I got a book with my whole plan and everything written down in it. One, You gotta have a
Books.
plan. Is what I always copy that. It's one thing I always try to have that conversation with my friends, brothers, or whoever is coming home. You gotta have a plan. Your plan can't be that I'm gonna come home and then I'm gonna figure it out. No, you gotta have. If this don't work, then I'm going to that. If that don't work, then I'm going to that. Like you gotta have something you shooting for. You said though that you got a plan and you got some things that you're working on. Let the audience know what that is and what you're trying to get accomplished.
Yeah. What I'm working on now is the next notch on my plan is the YouTube. Welcome Home Rock. I was originally going to do it April, but because of Ramadan, I'm looking for the launch date the first week of May, right? And I hope by the first week of May, inshallah ta'ala, it's going to be published. Welcome Home Rock is going to be a YouTube channel centered around the reality and the understanding on me acclimating myself back to society, as well as the reality and understanding of who I was before I went into prison and the mentality based around that. So it's a before and after of who you're. Say, for instance, you got a brother or a boyfriend, he going into prison. I want to be able to give you a better understanding of who he is at this moment and what it may take for him to break out of that mentality versus
Go ahead, keep going.
All right, who he is, say now, versus who he is going into prison, who he is while he inside of prison, and who he is coming out of prison as well. And what can you do to help him on all three of those phases? That's my goal with Welcome Home Rock. Because Welcome Home Rock is not just welcome me home mentally. I mean physically. Don't welcome me home physically. Welcome me home mentally. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool. You could give me a pair of boots, you know what I mean, a jacket and a hat with some money in my pocket. That's gonna be cool physically. But mentally and emotionally, I need that even more than that. So that's what the whole concept of the YouTube channel is welcome me home. You know what I mean? And everything that I'm coming home with.
All right, now you brought this up too about your sons. Your sons was 5, 1 month, and still pregnant.
Yeah.
What's your plan to do? Is your plan to do any of this with your sons? Is the plan to use these platforms to get them to better understand you? Like how was all of that kind of tying into one?
I think what my sons pretty much have an understanding and an expectation of who I am, right? Because their whole life, you know, I've been writing them letters, we've been talking, and we've been on visits, right? So now I think the most important thing that I can do for my sons is show and prove, right? Is to put action behind my words and to turn my concepts into concrete, basically, to walk my plans out with them by my side. Because I'm very open and assertive with my kids. And with them, my goal with them is not to have them just to be a part of my plan, but for me to be a part of their plan, right? I don't want them to get so caught up in this is what my dad want to do and we doing what my dad want to do. I don't want to teach them what to think. I want to think them how to think, right? I want to teach them. I don't want to put my goal. I don't want to put their goals together for them. I want them to be able to, all right, this is what I want to do, Dad. All right, come on. We're going to Barnes and Noble. We're going to knock that out. We're going to put that together on the plan.
I want you to have your own dreams, thoughts, and ideas, but I want you to use this basic method and thought process to get there. Don't use this to go the walk that I'm walking. Use it for your own thoughts and ideas. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. That's my goal with them. I think I believe that's my role with them right now. Holler at them, bust it up with them, because at the end of the day, they're not grown because they haven't grew to the point of maturity, but they are growing up. And it takes me to understand that and respect them as that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing now, is respecting my sons.
One last thing before we wrap up episode 59. Yeah. Appreciate you coming on though, Rock. The book. Yeah. We didn't dive into the book though. Can everybody still purchase the book? Because I bought a copy personally of the book, you know what I'm saying, while you was up top.
Yeah, well, I got the book, right? You can still be Dad, coaching book for Black incarcerated fathers. However, what you got right now, you got you got gold, right? Because I took the book off of Amazon once I came home. It got a
Mhm.
little misprints in there that I wanted to correct now that I'm home. Plus, I wrote a whole nother book. It's a whole nother book to go with that book, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna put a second edition together to that book. So I'm looking to have this, and I want to have realistic expectations. So at first I wanted to do it by June, but I don't think it's gonna be there. I'm looking to have this by the end of the year. You Can Still Be Dad, second edition. It's gonna be called You Can Still Be Dad, a coaching book for all incarcerated and formerly incarcerated fathers, right? And everything's gonna be coming through the website, lifecoachrocks.com, which is gonna be up in a minute. And I'm taking an all money in approach. The only other vendor I want to deal with my books is gonna be moms and pops. Moms and pop bookstores located in urban areas, because that's the only thing I'm a partner with. And I'm putting this business plan, this marketing plan, and everything that I got down to play. And I'm gonna turn my concepts into concrete, man. That's my goal every single day. You know what I mean?
Copy that. All right.
One thing I want to do. I want to make sure let everybody know is though. If you contact me, I am all summer long. I do have a coaching curriculum that I'm launching soon. I get out the halfway house on June 22nd. And I will be going to any juvenile centers, any recreation centers, any nonprofit organizations, anywhere that I can to put together. It's going to be a 1-hour coaching session, group coaching session, garnered around creating a vision board and understanding the passions and visions for youth. So I'm be doing that all summer. So anybody that got any type of situation like that they will be feel like I could be beneficial to, we could do it via Zoom or we could do it in person. You could contact me on my IG, or you could contact me on my email. And I guess you'll give me
throw the
time to
handle,
pick that up.
throw them
All
handles out there, because I know you had some issues with the Instagrams.
Yeah, the Instagram was crazy. That was a whole nother part. My Instagram is IAM underscore coach ROC. It's IAM underscore coach rock. That's my Instagram. My Gmail is iamcoachrock@gmail.com. So it's IAMCOACHROC@gmail.com, as well as on IG.
My man had some issues with some fake pages, so if anybody's asking you for bread under the name of Rock, it's not from him. And
Yeah,
Rock, I
not at all.
appreciate you coming. I appreciate you coming on episode 59, bro. That's the end of the episode. We are out.